Hey guys, welcome to the CBJ Real News Podcast Show. My name is John DeLumy, the founder of Conservative Business Journal and the host of the CBJ Real News Podcast Show. And what a week it's been. You know, I chose to do this show, and you can see the title of it. It says, what true commitment to America is. And we had a whirlwind of a week. And I will unpack just what went on this week and anything I mentioned that you may not have access to, that you may not be with all the massive censorship and the massive distractions online where they're trying to keep the real news out. I'm going to go through a list of interviews I was on this week and a list of guests I had on my show. Any of these shows you're interested in and you'd like to have access to, simply call or text us at 561-847-3467 or email team at conservativebusinessjournal.com, and we will send you these episodes. But I believe to kick off this show, there is a great Jeff Dunham's a great comedian. I want to show this quick 60-second clip of him. That's Bubba J asking Joe Biden about the mask. So laugh a little bit, get a little joy. Then I'm going to talk about what true commitment really is. Get ready, guys. This is awesome. Hey, Nay, how are you? Nay, one of our original supporters and followers. You're awesome, Nay. Here we go. Get ready to laugh, guys.
Masks. So can you clear that one up for us? Hey, good luck with this.
If you've had the vaccine, then you're protected, but you should still wear a mask indoors.
But I'm protected.
Yes, but you could still get it.
Then why did I get the vaccine?
To protect everyone else.
But I can still spread COVID after having the vaccine?
That's right.
But I can't get sick.
No, you can still catch COVID.
Then why did I get the vaccine?
To reduce the symptoms.
So I won't die?
No comment.
But I thought that's why I got the shot.
Exactly.
So the vaccine isn't working then?
Oh, no, it works great. Just be sure to wear a mask or 3 because the virus can mutate.
But the vaccine stops the virus from mutating?
Definitely not.
I'm confused.
That's what we're looking for. Kamala, you taking notes? Because that's how it's done.
So I thought I'd start off with a little bit of humor to begin what's going on here. So how about the mask? How awesome is that? So, and with the massive amount of censorship, I'm going to run through what this week was made of. This was a whirlwind week here in the studio, epic week. And then I'm going to read from one of my books about commitment. And if you don't have this book, this is one of my original books. I wrote it about 19 years ago, called 10 Life Lessons on How to Find Your Why Now and Achieve Ultimate Success. And this is available in the conservativemarketplace.com. Or you simply visit conservativebusinessjournal.com, and up on the menu bar, it says store. Go to the store and you'll see all of my books are there. And I'm going to be reading a section about commitment. But once again, in case any of these episodes or guest interviews I was on, or any guests that were on my show this week and you missed them, please call or text 561-847-3467 or email team at conservativebusinessjournal.com, and we will gladly send these out to you. So here we go. Hey, Reagan from New Zealand. So I was a guest on Steel Truth this Monday evening with the great Ann Vandersteel. So if you missed my appearance on Ann Vandersteel's Steel Truth show, let us know. And then Monday evening, Ann was the featured guest on our CBJ Real News Podcast show. So if you missed Ann on our show, let us know. And then I was a guest on the Red Patriot show. Hannah, who's 22 years young, she's a University of Kentucky student. She just started a podcast, and I was a guest on her show. If you missed my appearance on Hannah, the Red Patriot show, let me know, and we will send it to you. And then this week we had an epic podcast with Dr. Brian Ardis. Dr. Brian Ardis, just jaw-dropping, went on for 90-something minutes, uninterrupted, jam-packed with information, a ridiculous amount of content. That is one you want to study, listen to, and share. Once again, if you've missed that, call or text us at 561-847-3467 or email team, T-E-A-M, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com and request any of these interviews, any of these guests. This is commitment to America, getting the real news out. I mean, that's what's going on is we're getting the real news out. And it's so important because there is such a sabotage. There is such a sabotage. You know, when we used to go live, it could be 1 a.m, 4 a.m, 5, when we had upwards of 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people live on our shows. But once they identified that we were sharing the truth, I've now become a high value target, influencer, conservative voice out there. And we get massively censored. And for all the trolls watching who say, well, Delemy has nobody in his shows, nobody's listening to him. Well, let me answer that question for you. This is actually a picture, and you can see the red circle there. It says 48,000 views. We would average 48,000 views per show, between 48,000 and 75,000 nightly on Facebook, just Facebook alone. And once they got wind that we were committed to America, they censored us. Am I frustrated? Absolutely. Am I dissatisfied with the First Amendment? 1,000,000%. And I'm believing and praying that someone's going to come along and offer a platform that's going to provide serious news. And I'm also playing and believing for a push notification that all of you can get involved in a push notification, because right now Rumble does not notify you when we go live. You know, we're right now streaming on Rumble, which is excellent, but I have 41,000 subscribers on Rumble, and they don't have push notification at YouTube. And since my major channels on YouTube have been banned for life, you know, we've been experimenting with one through my wife's name, but there's a couple hundred people on it. I mean, we'll get banned on that again quickly, as it is anyway. So I just want to let you know, for all the trolls, we are a high value target. That's the reason why we're massively censored. And so now to continue, this week we had the guest, Dr. Brian Ardis, epic episode. Pastor Art Pawlowski, unbelievable episode. We had him live on my show yesterday, Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m. And once again, any of these episodes you missed, and I'll do a recap since I did interject in between all this. So I had Pastor Art Pawlowski as a guest on my show, my CBJ Real News podcast show. And then I was a guest on the right side with Doug Billings. Tremendous episode. Doug dropped the episode today. He interviewed me yesterday. So if you've not seen that episode with me as a guest on Doug Billings' show, let us know. So let me recap. That's all of them, right, Christy? Right. I was on. Yes. So Ann Vanderstill. Well, let me give you a list of the shows I was on, and you can request those in case you missed them. I was on Ann Vanderstill's Steel Truth show. I was a guest on the Red Patriot show this week. And I was a guest on Doug Billings, the right side with Doug Billings. Those three, I'm a guest on. If you've missed any of those, let us know. And then this week we had on our show, Dr. Brian Ardis, epic episode. Pastor Art Pawlowski out of Calgary, Canada, great personal friend of ours. Great personal friend also, Dr. Brian Ardis. You guys will start to see we've got a strategic alliance now with Ardis Labs. We've started to add some products into conservative marketplace from Dr. Brian Ardis. You guys can take a look at that and take a look. Once again, that's how you support us. Obviously, they want to demonetize us and shut us down. So that's why we rolled out the conservative marketplace. Make sure you visit that, share it, patronize it. And then also we had Ann Vanderstill as a guest on my show. So 3 major guest episodes on my show. Ann Vanderstill, Pastor Art Pawlowski, Dr. Brian Ardis was on my show, and I was on Ann Vanderstill's show, I was on Doug Billings' show, and I was on a Red Patriot show, all Monday through Thursday. All right, Christy? Yeah. Epic, guys. We're getting the real news out there. Now, that takes commitment. So once again, any of those shows you may have missed or you're interested in, feel free to call or text us at 561-847-3467 or email us at team at conservativebusinessjournal.com. And we're actually be putting a post up. We're going to publish an article on the Conservative Business Journal with all of this in it. It'd be a good idea, right, Christy, to put them all in there? So, all right, here we go. So I'm going to read from this book, 10 Life Lessons on How to Find Your Why Now and Achieve Ultimate Success. And I'll talk about commitment. Commitment is something that is, I believe, one of the most important character traits. It's the most important attitude people must have. And the challenge is these days, no one's committed. Obviously, we're committed to integrity. We're committed to honor. We're committed to the conservative values that have built America. That's why, as the founder of Conservative Business Journal, also watch for the announcement. I'll be hosting a weekend radio show shortly here, Christy, correct? And also coming up this week, I'm speaking at Italians for Trump, a special Columbus Day dinner event here in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. I'm a keynote featured speaker on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, at the Tuesdays Trump's Therapy Group. Then I'll be in Aiken, South Carolina for an event. Then I'll be in Frederick, Maryland for an event. And then we'll be in Sandusky, Ohio for an event. Then we'll be in Sanford for an event. Make sure you take a look at our schedule on Conservative Business Journal once again, where it says See John Live. This was very powerful. And that's right. Facebook, like Viola, like you said, watching from Western Pennsylvania, I had to go to Rumble to hear clearly. I mean, am I aggravated with Facebook? Absolutely. I'm aggravated because people are not getting real news. What frustrates me is the First Amendment, freedom of the press. So I'm believing and I'm praying that there's going to be a young group that will come along and build a huge platform. I mean, look, when before censorship, you talk about commitment. Here is a picture with my niece when we were up there last Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. Guys, pay attention to this. Take a look at that screenshot there. That's 137,000 viewers on Twitter. We had 80 million views of that video in 48 hours. The biggest mistake I made was I was not building Telegram or Rumble then. And that's my biggest frustration. I'd have like Steve Bannon has right now on Telegram, 1.4 million followers. I would easily have 1.4 million followers on Telegram, because we've been in this game longer than most guys. Well, Steve Bannon's been in the game obviously a long time, but so many influencers, 6 months, 8 months, a year. We've been banned close to a year. It's coming. We got banned right in the beginning of January. So I challenge all of you. Now, when you get this amount of censorship and you get this amount of dissatisfaction, frustration with freedom of speech, you better be committed. You better be committed. Look, and I'm speaking to anyone that has any technology, any gift or talent from God when it comes to programming and building a platform. Get a hold of us. I am at the point I'm so frustrated. It is absolutely ridiculous. That's right, Reagan. I probably only have 9 people on. I have 76,000 followers on Facebook between my main page. I have close to 5,000 friends. I have close to 18,000 followers on there. I have a Conservative Business Journal page. I have a conservative with 17,000 people on it. I have a Conservative Business Journal group with 14,000 on there. Then we have a Fearless Elephant group with, I think, 3,000 on that. Then we got a Vegans for Trump group. We got like 3,000 on that. And that's why we started the new page, the CBJ Real News page, to follow on that. I mean, you're right. There's 9 or 10 people on. And we would do shows. It could be 5 a.m. Remember, we were leaving here, the sun was rising. Sometimes there's 10,000 on. But once the high value target, they realize that we're sharing the truth, and what this is about commitment. So yes. And for all the trolls, not yourself, young man, and said we only have 9 people. You're not a troll. I respect what you're saying. But those are going to, Dylan's getting me listening to him. Look at my followers, you morons, and ask yourself a question. Why are they blocking me? So that's why you guys want to make sure you do follow us on Telegram. Telegram is the way to follow us. If you say, I'm not on Telegram, you better get on Telegram, because they're going to get you. So our Telegram channel is CBJ Real News, CBJ Real News. And I'm kind of having just a discussion tonight with you, because what a week we had. I mean, I sat at this desk in our studio. We've got a gorgeous studio here. This is not in our home. We're about a mile from our home. I mean, I did the show with Doug Billings. I did the show with Steel Truth and Ann Vandersteel. I did the show with Hannah from the Red Patriot. I interviewed Ann Vandersteel. I interviewed Dr. Brian Artis. I interviewed Pastor Art Pawlowski. Wow. And also on Monday night, I ran a show with Brad Barton and I that I recorded at Professor Toto's event. Wow. Interesting, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why they're scared of us, because they know we're sharing the truth. And that's why it's so important, guys, commitment. So here we go. On page 22 of my book, 10 Life Lessons, How to Find Your Why and Achieve Ultimate Success, it says commitment is a serious, even sacred pledge to do or be something. It's hammer hard determination to achieve. Like a full metal jacket bullet, it is so focused on a goal that it blows right through the obstacles and distractions. I mean, I could teach for an hour on that. So I have to ask you a question. How committed are you to your family? How committed are you to your conservative values? How committed are you to the First Amendment, the Second Amendment? How committed are you to fair and free elections? How committed are you to legal immigration? I mean, it's an honor for me this Monday night to be the keynote speaker at the Columbus Day dinner. Obviously, Columbus coming from Italy, the whole now the idiots call him a racist. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. My grandparents and my entire family came from Italy, and that's a commitment they had to come to America to prosper and produce. So even with all the censorship, and obviously we get tens of thousands of downloads through our audio podcast, which makes sure all of you do have the podcast audio app on your phone, which you can do that by going to cbjrealnews.com, cbjrealnews.com. It says get the app now. Just go to that menu bar, get the app now, get the app on your phone, or go to Google Play Store or the Apple Store and search out Conservative Business Journal. Thumb it, as I say, thumb it on in. And so that's what I do. I type my thumb on the phones and search Conservative Business Journal, subscribe. It's free. And immerse yourself in the real news. I mean, just this week, listen to Ann Vandersteel, listen to Brian Artis, listen to Brad Barton, listen to Pastor Art Pawlowski. That's huge. That's a commitment to you to immerse yourself in the real news. So commitment, it's a hammer hard determination to achieve like a full metal jacket bullet. It is so focused on a goal that it blows right through the obstacles and distractions. Commitment takes us beyond comfort zones and personal indulgences. So I got to ask you a question. I got to ask you a quick question. How committed are you to America? I mean, how committed are you to your family? I mean, how committed are you to standing and keeping America great and being a Gideon, being a David, being the one that's going to take down Goliath? I mean, that's a serious commitment. That's commitment. You know, when we had a whirlwind of a week, I mean, that's a lot of scheduling, focus, post-production, pre-production. I mean, look at that, right, Christy? Yeah. I mean, look at that. I mean, this is not a game. This is serious. This is very serious. And I want to speak to all of you. I mean, how serious are you about commitment? Because you're going to take hits. Like, look where we're at. At 10 people live right now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But they're going to pay for this. Facebook's going to pay. They're all going to pay. That's 76,000 people follow me. And they freak out. They block me because I stand for the flag. I respect law and order. I respect fair and free elections. I respect capitalism, which is the ability for God's talents in you to prosper. Socialism is demonic. Socialism is from the pits of hell. It destroys your talent God has given you. And some of you have to rise up and be committed and get out of your comfort zone and make a decision to do something. I mean, this week I have coming up Karen Kingston, the whistleblower from Pfizer. I have Chris Ann Hall, the constitutional attorney coming up on my show. I mean, we at the CBJ Real News Podcast Show, we ain't playing games. We're not playing games at all. So when you look at this, you say to yourself, okay, now to continue with the teaching, the Oxford English Dictionary actually says that commitment is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. I have to ask you a question. How obligated are you to your goals? I've not moved on from 2020. We must fix 2020 before we could discuss 22 and 24. We must identify the election integrity that did not exist in 2020, and we have to make a decision to move forward on it. I mean, excuse me. I mean, in other words, we have to make a decision to unpack what went wrong. And guys, for all of you that are on Facebook, you're most likely going to get blocked from me. So make sure you do. And I'm just saying this because it's my biggest frustration that I have right now. It's driving me insane that I was not building Rumble or Telegram. There were shows. Remember one night we had 106,000 people live on, right? Yeah. So I was not building Telegram or Rumble. So make sure you guys do follow me on Telegram. And follow me on Rumble. And soon we're going to be coming out with a texting service to where we can just push the text to you. So make sure you do follow us on Telegram at CBJ Real News and also at Rumble, the channel. When you go into Rumble, there's a drop-down menu on Rumble because Rumble is a little confusing. So when you go to up on top, it says there's a video search and there's a channel search. You have to take the drop-down arrow, go to channels, and put in CBJ Real News, because if you put in CBJ Real News extra video, it becomes a fiasco. I don't know why they don't have the channels first. So if you go for the search in the channels, you got to search for the CBJ Real News channel, and that's where you will see, like right now, we're streaming on there on Rumble. And that's what, true commitment through this bombardment of censorship. We're committed. Obviously, this week, we've done more interviews, have been interviewed more than people get interviewed in an entire 6 months. This week has been an epic week of me being interviewed and me interviewing others. And our schedule's book solid. That's why the radical left and the communist left is scared of us. So I have to challenge all of you a question about commitment. How committed are you? Because right here, to continue reading, actually, I want to back up again, and I want to read the first paragraph again. It says, few things in life have as much power as commitment. Commitment turns average or inactive people. You see, in America, there were many people who are inactive. Hey, Bert, you're awesome, my man, Bert. And guys, watch for the announcement. I'll be bringing Bert on. We're going to schedule Bert Lynch on my show within the next month. And we'll have Bert Lynch. He's one of the greatest entertainers out of Vegas. He's awesome, Bert. Few things in life have as much power as commitment. Commitment turns average or inactive people into what the military calls a full metal jacket, a bullet that can penetrate great obstacles. I believe what went on here in America was there was a great awakening. A lot of inactive Americans got awoken. They got awoken to this election and lack of election integrity. Now the communist attack from the left, the big COVID scam going on, obviously now with the vaccines. That's why, once again, I had Dr. Brian Artis on this week. Listen to that episode. I'm listening to Pastor Art Pawlowski, facing 6 years of prison time this Wednesday. It was his second appearance on my show. Listen to my conversation with Brad Barton about what you're willing to sacrifice in America, recorded live at Professor Total's event. And listen to my fast-paced, high-energy, deep Patriot show with Ann Vandersteel when Ann was a guest on my show. And once again, I gave all those out earlier in the show. Any of the interviews on my show you missed this week, or any interviews I was on, I was a guest on 3 other shows this week. I was on the other side. I was the being interviewed versus the interviewer. Just let us know. So it says right here, the character treatment of commitment does that. It gives our dream the full metal jacket that it needs to, in order to punch through obstacles. And I just want to motivate all of you, not rah-rah motivation. Motivation is such an overused word. When I speak, my whole goal is to give you the incentives to take action with true commitment. That's motivation. See, when someone commits a crime, to go, well, what was the motive? What drove that person to commit such a horrific crime? You always hear that in the legal realm, or when a bad crime occurred. So I want to give you the incentive to be committed to your family, to your values, to the American flag, to our military, to our Second Amendment, to our country. This country was founded. Why my family came from Italy in 1913, 9 of them. And I'm so excited to be speaking. Make sure we'll be streaming, right? Monday night, right? Live from there. We'll be streaming Monday night. I'll be speaking live at a big event, Columbus Day dinner here at Italians for Trump. I'll be live Monday night, and I'll be live Tuesday night at the. Guess what? They can't censor me when I'm live. I can't censor me when I'm in person. Can't censor me. That's why make sure you're here at our event, We the People Fight Back event. We'll have Pastor Greg Locke. We'll have Tom Homan. We'll have Brad Barton. We'll have Professor Toto. We'll have many others at I do a major event. It's limited to only 200 people. It will sell out. It always does. And you guys can inquire about that by going to WeThePeopleFightBackEvent.com. WeThePeopleFightBackEvent.com. Or you can call or text once again, 561-847-3467, or email team, TEAM, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com. You want to be here, WeThePeopleFightBackEvent.com. Our events are epic. And we're putting together, we got just an amazing amount of reviews, right? that we'll be sharing from it. The event just 6 weeks ago was incredible. We're already 50% spoken for, or I think 106 tickets already sold for the event. So the event will sell out, and make sure you guys are here. And that's commitment. Live events change lives. There's an emotional connection being with someone. Our events are very structured, very organized, unbelievable food, gourmet lunch, incredible VIP dinner, amazing entertainment. See, it's commitment to inspire people to take action. So when we look at this once again, it says the character trait of commitment does that. It gives our dream the full metal jacket that it needs in order to punch through obstacles. In fact, I would say that commitment is the foundation for building your life. It is the bedrock of achieving your ultimate why in life. It's the bedrock. In other words, that's what your life is built upon. So right now in America, a lot of people are getting intimidated. A lot of people are getting taken out by the radical left. They're getting their motivation, their commitment, their focus is getting taken out because it's just look at us. If I wasn't massively committed, we'd have tens of thousands of people on. Now, that's why I'm consistently always promoting Telegram and Rumble for now. Because once you guys hear me on a show, that means you're interested. You're probably going to get blocked, or I will disappear. And ultimately, you want to be in my email database. But I know many of you guys don't even use email anymore. It's all a push notification. But obviously, when you go to conservativebusinessjournal.com, our team published 4 or 5 great articles today. So make sure, guys, when you go to conservativebusinessjournal.com, you register for our emails. We send out every morning, 11 a.m., some of the greatest publications in the conservative movement. That's why Google demonetized us for life. So let me ask you a question, and it's right in my book. Let me ask you a question. Are you truly committed to achieving your dreams and goals in life? Are you truly committed? Or will you take that hit and keep going? Or are you committed to the conservative values in America? Are you committed to fight back? Are you committed to get involved locally in politics? Because it's not politics anymore, it's life. Are you truly committed? When everyone else quits, are you truly committed to stick with the process? It's so important. It's so important. That's why I wanted to keep this show compact. I wanted to keep this show very direct about commitment. And I want to read the section again, in the book, what is commitment? Commitment is a serious, even sacred pledge to do or be something. It is hammer-hard determination to achieve, like a full metal jacket. It is so focused on a goal that it blows right through the obstacles and distractions. Commitment takes us beyond comfort zones and personal indulgences. The Oxford English Dictionary actually says that commitment is an engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. In other words, when you're committed, your action is restricted, and your action should be focused on only what's going to assist you to achieve your goals. Now, most people in life don't commit. Most Americans don't commit. That's how I teach about socialism is the snake, communism is the bite. Socialism just sneaks on in, slithers in. Before you know it, you look up, bam, it gets you, it kills you. That's the venom. That's why we, the people, have been awoken. We, the people, were very inactive in America. Obviously, President Trump, he was the initial causal factor to this, and he has awoken the giant in America. They're called we, the people. People that are focused on the Constitution, people that are focused on America. That's why this has just been an epic week once again. With all the interviews that I was on. I was a guest on Doug Billings' show. I was a guest on Ann Vandersteel's Steel Truth show. I was a guest on the Red Patriot show, a 22-year young student out of Kentucky. And if you missed any of those interviews, let us know. And then this week I had 4 major guests. I had Brad Barton on Monday night. It was a pre-recorded conversation we had at Professor Toto's event. I had Brad on, and then we had Dr. Brian Artis as a live guest, and we had Pastor Art Pulaski as a live guest, and we had Ann Vandersteel as a live. And what a week, right, Christy? An epic week. So any of those shows you've missed, any of the interviews you missed, just call or text us at 561-847-3467 or email team, T-E-A-M, team at conservativebusinessjournal.com. Let us know. We'll send them to you. But guys, look, even with the live censorship, obviously when our post-production team pulls the audio and it gets distributed to all of our podcast platform, we get many more listeners through the audio. But for all of you live right now, for all of you to live listening to this, and then either live on the video replays on Rumble and the social media streams, if you ask yourself one question, will I stick through all of the frustrations, all of the aggravations, all of the hits from the communists left for my family? How strong is my commitment to America? How strong is my Judeo-Christian values? How strong are they? Am I going to quit? Am I going to be like a Pastor Art Pawlowski and have the courage like Pastor Art? Have the courage like Pastor Greg Locke? Those are two real pastors that are out there that are out there taking care of their sheep, as they say. They're not cowering down. They're not backing down. So important. So important. So important. Chrissy, any final words for tonight's show on commitment?
No, it's great.
So when you guys look at this, and make sure all of you do visit conservativemarketplace.com, and then I want to show a quick commercial. Some of you asked about the air purifier. I'll do that tomorrow night. The air purifier. So when you guys go to conservativebusinessjournal.com, you guys can just click on the menu bar store, and make sure you visit conservativemarketplace.com and take a look at all of the categories we have. And we have a great category, air purifiers for home, office, and travel. I want to congratulate Annette out of Connecticut, correct?
Yeah.
Annette out of Connecticut grabbed a hold of one of the air purifiers yesterday, and she also grabbed a hold of one of the Fresh Air Personal, or was it the Pet Refresh?
And that's now in South Carolina.
And that's but she has a Connecticut number, right?
Yeah, they moved down to
All right, South Carolina, you're awesome, Annette. So Annette, congratulations on that. So guys, make sure any questions about the air purifiers for your home, office, or travel, let us know. Any question about any items in the conservative marketplace.
Plus the other new items are Dr. Artis's products.
And you'll see, and it says Artist Labs vitamins and supplements are available in the conservative marketplace. Take a look at that, and you'll see we have all the categories, and all of my artwork, all of my motivational quotes are under they're where are they? They're on the artwork. Sorry about that. I got confused in my own site. Yeah, they're on their artwork, and because many of you asked about the faith poster, the one that says "Faith stands and fear runs" with the flag on it. Everyone loves that one. That's available in the conservative marketplace under artwork, and then the courage, the courage artwork. That's the one that we say is Pastor Art Pawlowski's favorite one right here. Oop, I don't even have the courage one here. It's where is it? Right here. Here it is. It's just right here. It's pretty awesome. So guys, take a look at that. Thank you, Colleen, because I love your products. And these are all printed locally by a local conservative business. And we have all of our artwork there under artwork. And then also we got our Conservative Business Journal swag gear in, a swag attire in. This is the Conservative Business Journal. I love this. Real news for the American people. Tremendous. We got the shirt, we got the cap, we got the cup. So it's excellent. And I just want to show the quick commercial just in case you guys have not seen that. So let me show that real quick. Hey guys, thank you very much for For those of you who are on live on the show, appreciate it. And those of you on a replay, I appreciate you sharing, commenting, liking, subscribing definitely to Telegram at CBJ Real News. Join the channel, share the episodes, and then also share the episodes on Rumble. I just moved my tie crooked here. And also on Rumble, make sure you subscribe at CBJ Real News. And please shop and patronize all the businesses. You know, the number one secret, how to cancel the cancel culture, is visiting conservativemarketplace.com or visit conservativebusinessjournal.com. Click on the store. Take a look at all the categories. We have awesome We the People swag. That is blowing out, right, Christy? People love the We the People swag. All of our face stands and Fear One items are in there. So make sure you take a look at all of our face stands and Fear One items there also. So guys, good night. God bless. I appreciate it. It was a recap. We had a whirlwind of a week. All the interviews, all the guests, and once again, any episodes you missed that I was a guest on or was a guest in my show, just let us know. It'd be all pleasure to send to you all the individual guest appearances. This was a week that the radical left hates because we were getting the real news out consistently. So guys, good night. God bless you. And we will talk to you and see you real soon.